Rick opened for me in Tempe, Arizona at the Improv, and he had never really worked a legitimate comedy club on the road before.
Really?
And they had him MC, which is it makes no sense. Like say hello to the crowd. And the first show, something magic happened, and these people from Tempe,
Wow,
they dug him.
Yeah.
And then the next night, it was a complete disaster.
Oh, shit.
And the owner of the club came and said, I can't have him on this show. He got fired after the second show, but they kept him on to do like 5-minute sets in the middle. And then the next week, he was supposed to come to L.A. to test for Lucky Louie. I hadn't told him yet, I don't think, that he was testing. And I was seriously considering not having him test.
Wow.
Because I thought he just got fired from Tempe. And he's going to come out to L.A. They're never going to give him this part. And after those two things together, that's just too much. It's going to be too much failure. Like, I don't think I can do this to him.
Yeah.
But then I realized if he ever knew that I would take a gig away from him out of pity, that, take a shot away from him. And so I had him come out and test an HBO. And I put him in the middle of 3 guys, and I thought maybe there's a miracle that they'll like
get
him.
lost in there and take everyone.
And maybe they won't get mad at me for bringing him in. But HBO, he left the 3 guys left the room, and they said, how do you not hire Rick Shapiro? Why did you bring anybody else? That guy's amazing. They fell in love with him immediately.
You were great on Lucky Louie, Rick.
Yeah, he was.
It was also great when he calls me for the call back. He always had to twist it up. He says, I just want you to know you're going in with a guy who already has the part. I'm riding next to this scrawny Carrot Top looking guy.
John Glazer. Yeah.
He's probably great. He was cool, actually.
Yeah, he was a nice guy.
But I was like, they're going for a big red-haired guy, giant red hair, giant. Yeah. So I said, I can do whatever I want in this interview. I ain't getting this.
I almost felt no pressure either. It was like you knew you weren't going to get hired. So me and Rick did it together. It was me and Rick, not for the same part, but me, Rick, Nick DiPaolo.
Yeah, it was great to be in the room with you guys.
You had your friends out there, so like none of us are going to get this.
Yeah.
And then me and Nick are on our way to the airport, and Louis calls me.
Oh, that was awful. What?
Me and Nick DiPaolo.
I called Jim to tell him he got the part. And then he says, Nick's right here, and he hands Nick the phone.
Rick said, Louis said to me at first, me and Nick and DiPaolo just to celebrate the fact that we had at least tested for HBO. We both felt it went well. Driving back to the airport because we were both flying back to New York. So we're sitting there, and Louis calls me. He goes, sorry, man, you didn't get it. He goes, you did great. They liked you, but we may have something for you in the future. And I'm like, all right, man. Hey, look, I appreciate you sending me out for it. It was cool. It was really cool that you did that. I appreciate it. And then he goes, nah, I'm kidding. You got it. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Wow. I was a little more artful than that. I said, look, you did the best you could.
That's what he said.
It was an excellent audition. It wasn't, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to come out here and audition like this for those guys. And I think you did a great job. And at least be consoled by the fact that you got the job. Like, that's the right
you're such
And he was like, what? But then he gives the phone to Nick. And
Nick was hearing the whole thing.
Yes.
Nick is right there.
So Nick thinks I'm going to do the same thing to him. So I had to just blurt out, Nick, you didn't get it, and I'm not kidding. You did not get the part, and I'm sorry. I did what I could, but you didn't get it.
Nick had such a sad drive back.
Yeah. But Nick ended up being on the show as a super.
He was great.
He was great. He was fucking great.
So who got Nick's gig?
Mike Haggerty,
who was very good.
Yep.
Yeah, but you did it worse with me.
I know.
You did it like my mother. I'm sitting in this. I never go to the Montrose Suite, eat chocolate strawberries in a robe. I'm sitting in an expensive robe in this silk curtain room, and he sit down. I'm sitting on the bed. I'm like rubbing my head, and he goes, just go back. Like, it could have been my mother, the way you said it. Just go back knowing you did a damn good job. And I was like going to cry.
And then I said, you got it. Yeah. I love that. I love giving people good news.
Fucking Alan Funt. What do you think you are?
Exactly. I did it to every single person that we hired. Fucked with every single one of them.
All right. We got
you called the other guys and went, congratulations.
Right.
Going home.
That would be the gig.
Yeah.
That would
Unfortunately, you got the call from HBO, and they weren't kidding either.
No, they weren't kidding at all.
Bastards.
No, that's what, when I got that call.
Are you joking?
No, the woman that called me did the same, tried to put me out, because she called me and I thought her calling meant I got it. And I got another season. And she called and said, "Hey, Louie," and I go, "Hey," and she goes, "This is not a good call. This is not a good
right
call."
away
She
she
said,
wanted to
"This
get
is a
that,
bad
yeah.
call." And I go, "Yeah."
But they continue
I was
to
like,
show the fucking show on
I know,
HBO.
that's
That doesn't make sense.
So they can sell their DVDs.
Yep,
Oh,
people
no.
like
She loved it too, man. Carolyn was a big fan.
Carolyn loved it. Chris Albrecht loved it, and then he went away.
No, this is a bad call.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
Worst moment of my life.
Oh, that's horrible.
Worst moment of my life to date.
All right, we're gonna
Was
regroup.
that? Yeah, I
Work
think
on
so.
that.
Louis C.K.